The ODM party Linda Ground wants to chase away Ruth Odinga following her recent statements on social media. It starts with an underdog in the ODM party to question the statements written by Ruth Odinga and also to tell her to quit the party. This was written today by the Homa Bay Town Member of Parliament Peter Kaluma, where he pointed out telling Ruth Odinga if she doesn't want to join an alliance with William Ruto, she then should join Rigathi Gachagua and form an alliance. This is not a statement that came by chance, and I've been telling you that in politics, any statement that is made, anything makes a lot of sense, and also there's a reason for any statement that is made by any leader. And I can tell you for free, the statement made by Peter Kaluma today may stand for the party. And perhaps someone told him to write in social media to start this narrative whereby they are going to chase away Ruth Odinga from ODM party. If you remember, whatever brought all this is a statement that was was given by John Mbadi, the Cabinet Secretary Treasury, at Mombasa during the retreat, where he said that ODM party does not belong to the Odinga family. In fact, he said that even Raila Odinga himself is what he was because these people who stood with him made him whatever he was. It was a very strong statement, given that Raila Odinga died and many people still are mourning the death. Whatever John Mbadi said is uncalled for, and many people have been calling out. And from whatever he said recently, this John Mbadi, he talked about the Odinga family, pointing out to Ruth Odinga, saying that Ruth Odinga cannot be the one to give directions, mainly because she is a sister to the late Raila Odinga. And today, we see Peter Kaluma writing something of the sort, saying that Ruth Odinga can even go out and choose an alliance she wants. That is not by chance. That is a statement that is made by Linda Ground, ODM Linda Ground, and they want Ruth Odinga out of that faction. I'm going to quote the statement written by Peter Kaluma because this one is going to make the basis of whatever we're going to talk about. I'll quote, "Some people think we are either blind or stupid. Respect for ODM party leader Oburu Oginga and the party organs is non-negotiable. No movement can survive without strong institutions, discipline, and sanctions. The ODM party is the broad-based government and beyond 2027 as Baba guided and decreed. Join Gachagua alone if you don't want our alliance with President William Ruto." There is a very strong statement that was made by Peter Kaluma, and if you are keen, it aligns with whatever John Mbadi said. And from what John Mbadi said, is like the ODM Linda Ground are fighting the Odinga family so much. They want them out of the way because they feel that the Odinga family can be a stumbling block from Linda Ground joining William Ruto, and can be a stumbling block from William Ruto getting votes from the ODM bases, because that is the idea of William Ruto entering into a partnership deal with the ODM. And equally, recently, Ruth Odinga has been showing signs that she may join the Linda Mwananchi that is led by Edwin Sifuna. This is after the rally that happened in Kisumu, a massive rally that was coordinated by Babu Wino, Edwin Sifuna, James Orengo, among other Linda Mwananchi leaders. The rally sent a very powerful statement. In fact, it changed the narrative. It changed the dynamics, the political dynamics in Kenya, because many people said that it would not have happened. Others said that they've made sure that the people of Kisumu will not listen to the Edwin Sifuna's narrative. They never wanted to listen to that noise. They called it noise. However, the rally happened and it was big. So after the rally, Ruth Odinga herself congratulated the people of Kisumu for turning out to listen to Edwin Sifuna, Babu Owino and the rest. And in fact, she said her decision loading. So despite everything that has been going round and round in Luo Nyanza and everything, she has maintained that she is on the fence. She is neither Linda Mwananchi nor Linda Ground, but you can join the dots. She's headed towards the Linda Mwananchi faction. And during the burial of James Nyikal's father, the member of parliament Seme constituency, equally Ruth Odinga spit fire, warning those people who came with goons, the likes of Gladys Wanga and Tom Ojienda, and the goons sent away the Siaya governor James Orengo. She warned against that bitterly. Remember, she's the only leader in Linda Ground who condemned whatever happened, because Gladys Wanga, Oburu Oginga and the rest, they were very happy to what had happened. So they felt like Ruth Odinga is an outcast of ODM. She is a stumbling block. She can prevent so many things from happening. Yeah, and that is why they want her out. Recently, after the Mombasa retreat, she wrote a very long post online warning John Mbadi against what he had said against her during the Mombasa retreat. She in fact said that Raila Odinga had a lot of enemies who disguised as their close friends, and even pointed that Mbadi used to say that he's a friend to Raila Odinga, but he was a great enemy to Raila Odinga because of the statements John Mbadi said. So all this saga, it shows that ODM does not want Ruth Odinga in ODM party. Yeah? So that statement that was made by John Mbadi, saying that they are tired, ODM is not about Odingas, is not about someone feeling so superior because she's a sister to Raila Odinga, now it's coming out. And whatever Peter Kaluma said today, trust me, is something that was discussed. And now, soon, we'll see Ruth Odinga being expunged from her position as the organizing secretary of ODM. And later on, she will be kicked out because they don't want Odinga. And perhaps this is a direct order from above, from William Ruto, because William Ruto is after numbers. And the likes of Ruth Odinga, they are drailing him from getting those numbers, especially from the Luo, let me say, not even the Luo, from the ODM stronghold bases. And that is why they want him out. When Edwin Sifuna started going against whatever they were saying about the broad base, about William Ruto, an order was given and Edwin Sifuna was kicked out. However, he was reinstated by the courts. That is the same way Ruth Odinga is going to be kicked out. Remember, even Godfrey Ososi, the senator of Vihiga County, was equally expunged from his position as the deputy party leader of ODM. So the same way that happened will happen to Ruth Odinga, who is now the organizing secretary of ODM and also the woman representative of Kisumu County. I don't know what you think, but you can write a comment down there in the comment section. Let us talk, let us have a discussion. Perhaps we can form a basis of whatever we're going to talk about in the next video. If you are new here, consider subscribing, liking and sharing our content to various platforms. Hit the notification bell so that you can be receiving notifications each and every time we bring you a new content.